guys and gals, and people in between. I am Aegis, Tom Lefty of the Interrobang Group. I am with my friends
Roger Radio,
and this will be our first episode of Beer and Wings, where we drink beer, eat wings, and talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about.
we are going to obviously give a dedication to Hot Ones, one of the greatest internet shows on the planet.
Yep, we're going to be warming up. We're going to go on there someday. We're going to warm up by eating a lot of hot wings here. Someday we'll be on there. We're going to eat all of the wings. And anyway.
Yeah.
So,
anyways, a quick shout out to Boulder Tap House here in Grand Rapids for letting us film here.
We are eating their wings. We have sweet chili, buffalo, mango habanero, and their spiciest wing, the Inferno sauce, which is made with actual ghost pepper extra.
You can tell that G Money's not happy.
He has it right next to the Inferno sauce.
Yep.
It's just wafting up there.
Before we get started, guys, cheers. To Boulder Tap, to Hot Ones, and to our futures.
Yep.
I just hit my tooth on the glass.
I got a shortcake IPA. Do not recommend it.
I got the supply line from Clock Out. Big shout out to Clock Out Brewing as well.
And I got a Voodoo Ranger, my favorite, not yet officially sponsored.
Yeah.
Roger's diving sweet chili. I'm diving sweet chili.
Before we start talking, let's get some wings in our mouth.
Absolutely.
This is the sweet chili.
It's good. I'm gonna wait to try this one once.
This one's really good. Really good indeed, man.
It's like General Tso's chicken.
Yeah,
General Tso's chicken. That's what I get from that.
I always say T-So, and believe me, I have to stock it at work, so.
Usually sweet chili's hotter than this. This is the first mild sweet chili I've ever had.
It's not spicy at all.
No, it's good though.
It is. It's still good.
It is amazing, without a doubt, man.
Let me have another one.
Is this guys' first time having sweet chili? Like the flavored sweet chili?
I think
I've
for
never
me,
had a sweet chili buffalo
Wait,
before.
you're missing out.
No, so today we're going to be talking about like our favorite movies of like various different genres. To start it off, would you say is the best movie ever made? In my opinion, I would say Shawshank Redemption.
I'm gonna agree. I think Shawshank Redemption is also the best movie ever made.
no, for me, it's a really tough one, because I watched Shawshank for the first time, dude, and that was absolutely one of the best. But for me, personally, I would have to go with Citizen Kane. It was Orson Welles' directorial debut, and it is always considered one of the all-time greatest movies for a reason. And it was actually kind of a somewhat inspired biopic on the life of William Randolph Hearst, who was a huge newspaper magnate back in the day. He even did everything he could to downplay it, saying this is a bad movie, don't watch it, and all that, because he felt it was an attack on him personally.
Really?
But,
Go ahead.
well, you go ahead, man.
I was gonna say, what would you give it out of the score?
Like out of 10. What would you rate it?
I think I would say for me it would be a 7 out of 10 for me. Like I like it, I love it, I really do love it, but I just don't fully love it.
Got you.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie that if you haven't watched it, you have to go
Yeah,
watch.
to me, Shawshank Redemption is like a 9.4.
Yeah, I think
at least.
9.4. Yeah, I rated it at least a 9.2. I think Shawshank has a very good story to it. Morgan Freeman can't go
And
wrong.
that ending is incredible.
Dude.
If you haven't watched Shawshank Redemption, go watch Shawshank Redemption.
Dude, when you have the
Incredible.
likes of Morgan Freeman, who I believe is one of the best voices, I call him the voice for a reason.
Are we just gonna sit down and eat all these things together?
That's what I was thinking. Is let's
Yeah, let's do that. We have never recorded an episode of this before, so we're going to be doing a bit of experimenting around with different topics and genres and what we do in it. We'll do a lot of experimenting over the days of doing this. Anyway,
That's damn good.
so that was the best movie of all time. What would you say is your favorite movie? For me, my favorite movie, so it's a newer one. I've showed it to you. You were like tripping on something at the time. It was Everything Everywhere All at Once. I love that. Absolutely loved it.
Dude, that movie was it was like a psychedelic trip. Like, I was wondering what in the hell is going on right now, you know? I would say this one is also kind of a newer one. It is the prequel movie to The Sopranos called The Many Saints of Newark.
Dude, there's a prequel movie to The Sopranos coming out?
No, it came out a few years ago.
Oh.
But dude, my God, it was I can't remember what the actor's name is who played Tony Soprano, but his real life son played as a younger him.
Oh, that's cool. That's
That is cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. And you obviously we had the likes of Joey Diaz on there, who is a frequent Joe Rogan.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He is awesome, man. And you can tell he's a huge New Jersey guy, obviously.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For
So,
sure.
so G-Money, what is your favorite movie of all time?
I would say my favorite movie of all time, going back on what you said, Jamie Lee Curtis, starring, featuring her first ever film, Halloween, by John Carpenter, the original. Fun fact about Halloween, it was the most gross developing budget movie in history. Its budget was about, I think, $70,000. They made over $20 million just alone. So we go from thousands to millions. John Carpenter. The Thing, also great movie. I love him as a director, but Halloween is my all-time favorite classic, for sure.
I think if we're talking like directors or whatever, I would say the best one would obviously be Stanley Kubrick.
I was going to say Stanley Kubrick. He's. All right. So next I have written down was your favorite horror movie of all time. So like, if you have like a two-way tie, because like most of these categories I have like a two-way tie between two different movies. If you have a two-way tie, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Like, for me, my two favorite horror movies, The Thing by John Carpenter.
Yep.
Such an incredible movie. Incredible practical effects.
Was just about to say, the practical
Astounding. And it was-
effects are amazing.
It was done in like 1980, I think.
1982 is when it came out. And I know what
1982,
you're talking about. I was going to say that movie, actually. I have even there was a video game that came out in 2002 that's kind of like taking place in the events after that 82 film.
Okay, yeah, and then the other one I have in my tie is The Sadness. It's a newer one. It was, I believe it was a South Korean film, somewhere in Asia. Pretty sure it's South Korean.
For me, dude, I was going to say, like, might need that. For me, it's not as much as a horror film, but it's more like a thriller kind of thing. The Secret Window.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it, but that is a sick-ass name.
Dude, it stars Johnny Depp in it, too.
Was it really?
Yeah. And it also has, can't remember, John Tortorella, I think, is also in that movie. Yeah, I can't remember his name. He was one of the guys on Oh Brother, Where Art Thou. It wasn't
I know the
Tim
guy you're
Blake
talking
Robbins or George Clooney. Oh, Coen Brothers, I would say, is also another favorite director. Alrighty.
So, going back on my favorite horror movie, I do have a two-way tie, but I'm going to do 1A, 1B. Obviously, my favorite horror movie is Halloween. I'm biased towards it, I love it. But I'm going to go 1B, the Terrifier franchise.
Terrifier is great. That and The Sadness are very like gore fest, you know.
When Idris and I saw the third one in theaters this past year, my God, it was a whole feeling that I can't even describe what it felt.
Yeah, I've never had an experience like that in a movie theater before.
3 times I thought I would have to leave out the theater, and I just powered through it.
Now-
You powered through
And
it.
then we're there with my sister, and she was just laughing through the whole thing. She described it as like a gory Mr. Bean or something like that.
I'm not much into horror movies, but there are some that I will watch. There was a movie that I remember that my family that my parents took us to, and it was the Brothers Grimm, dude. I was so
Oh my god, I watched that as a kid.
I was so traumatized, dude. I literally had to sleep with my mom and my dad for like 2 months after,
Yeah, like you watch it as a kid. It is terrifying. It is.
What movie is it?
The Brothers Grimm. It has Heath Ledger and Matt Damon in it.
Ooh, great actors.
Well, considered the all-time greats, and Heath Ledger is the subject of one of my favorite action movies that we'll get into soon.
Yeah,
But
and-
first,
but
before we-
if you watch it, yeah, we're eating the buffalo wings now, which they have
I
great
love
buffalo
buffalo.
sauce.
I love buffalo.
My favorite food right there is buffalo wings.
I love Buffalo Wings too.
Are you sure you want to get into that? That's the habanero right there, man.
It's not bad. The Buffalo's hot.
Anyway, so Alright, was that your favorite horror movie then?
Yep.
Alright, favorite action movies. So for me, this one's a very interesting one. It's called Hardcore Henry. Have you ever heard of it?
Nope.
So it's based. Let me eat this thing quick and I'll explain to you what it's about.
You probably might want to use a napkin. It looks like you would just.
I had nothing to drink. My tongue's actually starting to feel a little bit of heat.
Anyway, so Hardcore Henry, it's like an action movie, but it's all shot in the first person, like the main actor's wearing a GoPro.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's a bit, it's pretty gory too. I have that, and then my other one to tie is The Matrix. I love The Matrix.
Now, Matrix, dude, I'm gonna get this in here. Oh my god.
My tongue's at about a 4 out of 10 for heat right now.
I'm not tasting anything yet.
Okay, so I obviously told you this before.
That was so good.
Now I have to get into this right beforehand. Oh, I
Eat some
just...
before we run out, dude. The mango half is so good.
I'm fucking.
It's actually not bad. So obviously my most favorite action movie, The Dark Knight.
That is a good one.
It has such a great story to it. You have Christian Bale, Morgan Freeman, and then you've got, of course, one of the greatest actors to be taken away far too soon, Heath Ledger. No, dude, we just said that with dead seriousness.
Heath Ledger.
Yes. That his death earlier that year before the movie's release just highly amped up the box office. And he ended up getting a posthumous Oscar for Best Supporting Actor, and that was considered his most defining role of everything. And he was in like other movies like, I can't remember, 10 Things I Hate About You or whatever that high school romance movie was. And then there's obviously Brokeback Mountain, a controversial movie at the time, but has since gotten praise. And then there's also obviously The Dark Knight that came out 3 years later after Brokeback.
Alright. G-Money, what is your favorite action movie?
I have a 3-way tie, and I'm only gonna say this because I love
See,
all of
but
them.
you can only do a 2-way tie. It's not allowed. Just kidding, go ahead.
Now I thought two of them are John Cena movies. One of them is The Marine, came out in 2007.
I've heard of it.
I don't really care for the other Marine movies. I think John Cena makes the first one. 12 Rounds. If you guys ever seen 12 Rounds, phenomenal movie. It's basically about this guy's wife gets kidnapped, and the guy makes him do 12 hardest rounds. He has to survive 12 rounds incredibly. Random rounds in order to get his wife back. And then number 3, I'm gonna go with Takers. It's about a big heist. There's a team of like 6, and they're heist people. They go down in tunnels, put C4, blow stuff up, and they rob like money trucks and stuff. And it's a very dramatic movie with a bunch of stories.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Oh man, it's now starting to get, it's now starting to get fucking dirty in here
Oh
now.
my god,
We're already on the Inferno.
Oh, God.
Let's get through this category and then we'll dig
Yeah,
in.
please, man, I need a quick timeout actually. God damn it, dude.
I come to like
Oh, you already got
I'm right now timing my heart rate to make sure I'm gonna live through this, man.
yeah, he's 120 beats per minute.
No Kali Ma, bro, no Kali Ma. Hey, dude, do you want another one?
Yeah, get another beer.
How would you get?
Buddha Range of Juicy Haze IPA.
I'll do that.
I'm gonna do another supply line too. You can come in, it's alright. I gotta trim this out. I gotta edit this stuff
You'll cut you
out.
out if
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not worried about that.
Alright, next on sci-fi movies, science fiction. I've got a 2-way tie again. I've got 2-way ties for like all of these.
Oh my god, dude.
Mine is between The Matrix again and Denis Villeneuve's Dune movies that have been coming out recently.
Oh,
my
I've heard of
God.
them. I know
They
you
are
remind me to watch them for a
They're
while.
such beautiful works of art. Like, it's... Oh, excuse me. It's got the cinematography is all by Roger Deakins, who is the best cinematographer in my opinion.
I've heard of Deakins. He is a hell of a
He also shot Shawshank Redemption.
Hell yeah,
Great
dude.
cinematography.
Yeah, he's the best cinematographer out
Dude,
there, Roger
a
Deakins.
lot of the shots that he made on Shawshank was so insane, dude. They were really great shots.
Yeah, and like the music in the Dune, like the background thematic music.
I have not seen Dune, but I heard both Dune movies are phenomenal and they're greatly rated.
And he's going to be making one more, Dune Messiahs. It's all based on a long series of books by Frank Herbert, I think is his name. And I haven't read them yet, but some of them shall.
Sci-fi wise, for me, 2001: A Space Odyssey is obviously considered one of the greatest sci-fi movies. But dude, if we're talking sci-fi, I've always been a diehard Star Wars guy. I love every single one of them, so I would say it would be like a, 9-way tie or whatever. I have not seen the, Star Wars. You cannot beat the story, dude. When Carrie Fisher died, man, I cried literally.
Oh, you're talking about his real life?
Good, yeah, she passed away.
Yeah, I know that.
Thank you very much. But dude, I know that Mark Hamill, dude, obviously one of the most heartfelt tributes he ever made when he was saying like, rest in peace, I'm gonna miss you and that kind of thing. Harrison Ford, obviously a really fun guy playing as Han Solo in the original, dude. And there is no beating Harrison freaking Ford, man, obviously. Mark Hamill, I think that was like his biggest role up to that point, and then he ended, and then right afterwards became legendary. Saturday Night Live did like a parody or whatever of it was Will Ferrell and the other guy who played as the other guy on Night at the Roxbury. They were doing like this auction stuff, like that channel where they sell jewelry or whatever. They did that parody. They brought in Mark Hamill and he was pleading with Harrison Ford to buy him so he could be free, and he was like, I'll take him.
For the second time, Matt Damon is going to be mentioned, and I am so surprised you guys did not mention this movie.
The Martian?
The Martian. I saw that in theaters when I was 15.
I did too.
I absolutely loved it. The storyline, how intense it gets, just the way Matt Damon plays that character is so phenomenal that I've heard the movie Interstellar is better. Have not seen it, so I cannot judge it, but right now I think Martian is the best space movie ever made.
Dude,
That's just my opinion.
his performance was, he won an Oscar for Best Actor for that role, right?
He was at least nominated for
At
one.
least it was a phenomenal.
You know, it's such a great movie, man. Like, I don't have that huge connection, but I can agree with you on that. It's a really good movie. I loved it. It almost felt like Minecraft, you take everything from scratch and just build.
Yes.
Dude, that almost felt like a Minecraft tribute kind of thing, honestly. But his, that was a very good role, man, and I'm a huge Matt Damon guy, you know? Even his so-called feud with Jimmy Kimmel is fun as hell to watch.
It's based on a novel written by Andy Weir, I think his name was pronounced. He also wrote another really good book. You should read it sometime if you haven't. It's called Project Hail Mary.
Oh, that's a really cool name.
I have it on my shelf. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard lots of really good things about it.
Interesting.
It's a very interesting, man. Oh, God, you can use the ranch if you want.
Grab your blue
I
cheese.
do have a favorite genre.
Oh, that's right. This is it right here.
Oh, God.
This is all ranch.
Here, have my ranch.
I like blue cheese.
But I'm freaking scared.
I'm not.
No. Okay. No, he's going no sauce. I'm going no sauce.
No, I put some sauce in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot. I don't know if I was going to bite.
I don't know if I want to put any more of this in.
Hold on.
Oh my God, dude. I'm gonna need this.
You can power through.
Oh my God, dude. I have to finish this bite. I have to.
I'm done.
More for me.
I got cheese.
Oh my God, dude. Give me a moment, please.
Oh yeah, it really grows on you too.
Holy cow, man. Oh my God. How do you do this?
Is that not hot for you, bro?
Oh, it's hot. Oh my God.
Holy fuck.
Help. Oh, dude, I'm starting to tear up now.
You're trying to tear up my head, so I can't even talk. Every word hurts.
That helped a little bit, but oh my God, dude.
No, it's getting to be even too.
That's just hot.
gave me an idea right now. No.
That's the last time I'm eating those. I'm done, dude. I can feel it in my stomach. I'm a yak.
All right, so my favorite drama movies are There Will Be Blood and Forrest Gump.
Fever Pitch with Jimmy Kimmel and God damn it,
Oh my god.
I might go get sick.
Do you need me to get out of the way?
Drew Barrymore?
Drew Barrymore, yes.
Do you need me to get out of the way right now?
Be alright.
I see you brought Doodle Bob out. I might as well bring SpongeBob out too.
You ate your whole week? You ballsy, Anybody know what school does?
I know what it is.
You guys are gonna have to give me the scores for these.
Taste-wise? -4. Hotness-wise?
That is hot.
That's a 9. That's hot. I'm sweating. You think the bombs will be harder than that?
Oh yeah, no, it will.
I don't know if I will. It's gonna be a challenge right there for the finale, man.
I don't think I can do the bomb.
You might need to go. You might need to call for an ambulance and get my stomach pumped after this. So,
I told you
That's
those
hot.
They are hot.
yeah. But still, big shout out to Boulder for the good job on the wings, by the way. Oh
I'll
man,
probably end up having another one.
you go.
My mouth is hurting.
And you already burnt your mouth at work eating a hot ass pizza.
So what is your favorite drama movie, Roger?
So, I honestly ain't really into like drama movies or that kind of thing because they just feel sad, but I will say one of the best ones, in my opinion, Bridges of Madison County.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what it was, dude. That was the first and only movie that actually made me cry. And even when I watched the 2005 movie of King Kong with Jack Black in it, I didn't even drop a single tear at the end.
Great. Under romance movies, I've got another two-way tie. One is it's got Jim Carrey and it's called Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's such an incredible movie. There's that, and then this other one with Joaquin Phoenix called Her. This dude falls in love with like an AI on his phone.
I've heard of it.
It is really sad, but it's a really good movie.
Dude, it's the prediction I was telling you about on the OK Computer album review. Is that AI dude is gonna come in and it becomes sentient, falls in love with you, and then says fuck you and all that.
Yep.
Did you watch that? Did you? I showed you that one video where it's like by Charlie Barons, by the way. If you haven't watched him, go subscribe to him. He did a video like, does Siri not understand your Midwestern accent? Cheryl. And I showed you that video.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Real quick, Rod, before you say this, my drama movie was technically a romantic movie. I guess I don't have a favorite drama.
You can repeat that movie as.
They're both mine, so you can go ahead.
yeah, yeah. Oh God, under romantic. You know, I'm not really much into romance movies because.
I'm not either, but I like those two in particular.
But I would say Bridges of Madison County is also a romantic movie as well. It's about a girl. Well, she's living.
He's drinking ranch. No, the spice has all gone away. I can't.
You're fucking great.
Yeah, dude, you're lucky, man. I'm still feeling it right now on my lip.
I'm still feeling on everything.
I could only ever feel it on my tongue.
Dude, I guarantee you we're probably gonna have to ask Sean Evans to have an ambulance prepped for us.
If the bomb's hotter than that, I can't do the bomb. physically. I mean, I can, but I can't answer questions. I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
You should see the other people they have on there. They have people weaker than you on there, and they get through it.
Shaq. Gordon Ramsay was vomiting bad. Shaq was crying up a storm.
It was hilarious.
The only one who was unfazed was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You should have seen Conan O'Brien on it. He doesn't eat spicy food. He was like drinking the hot sauce. and
Going
shit.
in. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, to make it worse though, I did dip an extra amount of Inferno sauce before. I fucking, you could not see my wing. It was in fully sauce. I doubted how hot that was.
Yeah.
All right,
Next
so,
question.
all right, on to thriller movies. I have another two-way tie. They're both directed by David Fincher. Who you know, well, these are his two greatest movies about me. Seven and Fight Club.
I've never amused myself.
I've heard of Fight Club, or Seven. I've heard of Fight Club. I haven't.
Both of those movies I 100% love. So I can't think of a thriller off the top of my head other than those two.
You can always agree with me if you.
I would agree with you. Those two are phenomenal picks.
Thriller, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park's a good one.
The third one in particular I love the most is the
Yeah.
third Jurassic Park.
You know what I'm thinking? Because it classifies as a horror and a thriller. I'm gonna put this at least as an honorable mention. Malignant.
Oh my God,
James Wan.
Malignant was great.
James Wan is he is one of my favorite directors.
Your favorite living director, anyway.
Yes, he's my favorite. I mean, I thought John Carpenter was alive.
If he is, he's old.
Oh, well, James Wan, I just love his camera angles. Malignant is technically a horror and a thriller. Please check it out.
I'll let it pass. I'll let it
Yeah,
pass.
what
It's
would-
a really good movie.
Hey, let me ask you this: for the Coen Brothers movies, what would you classify them as?
Drama, comedy, dramedy.
Dramedy?
It's an actual term.
Yeah, MASH did it. That's a whole different topic for another day. But I was gonna say, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? I don't know what it was, but it's one of my favorites in that category.
Okay, now we're on to comedy movies. I have a two-way tie. Well, a two-way tie. It's Airplane and Hot Fuzz.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going in right now.
We're going
But you know what? I'm gonna, just for the sake of the saving my, you know,
This is a big one.
what does that look like to you? Does it look like I could eat this whole entire thing, or why?
Hey, you think I could fit this whole fist inside my mouth?
I would eat more, but I can tell I'm already feeling my stomach. I'm gonna get a stomach ache later. You know,
Yeah.
take some time for it.
Yeah.
Dude, I just bought a whole tub. If you have to, dude, I'll give you
So
some.
I got some left in my burger.
I'm gonna cut this quick. Just fuck it.
Oh
My
my God.
shit's starting to go down, but I'm still at like a 5 hot and 6 maybe.
That's the range.
I don't care.
All right, so yeah, what are your favorite comedy movies or movie? If you just have one.
Have you ever watched the Grown Ups movies?
Yes.
You know, it felt like a SNL reunion. Because all the actors were the pinnacle of the 90s Saturday Night Live. They said if Chris Farley would have still been alive when they made it, he would have been in the role that Kevin James was in. But it felt,
That's the blue cheese. Oh well, so
it still felt so nice to see them all together, dude. David Spade, Adam Sandler,
I love David Spade. He's a good actor.
Yes.
Funny.
Rob Schneider, Chris Rock,
Oh my
and
god.
Kevin James. Like, he did fill that void that Chris Farley left. You know, he was, I think, the one guy who they needed right in the aftermath, you know, of Chris Farley's death. I don't know when Kevin James started acting professionally, but it felt like he did fill that void very well. And another one is I can't remember what the name of that movie was, but it stars Adam Sandler and Kevin James in it. They were firefighters. They were
Chuck and Larry.
yeah, Chuck and Larry's another good one. Jeez, if I keep naming these off, we will go forever. But I'll say my top 5 favorite ones. Tropic Thunder's number 1.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, dude, just like with Airplane, it pushed the boundaries because Robert Downey Jr. really left.
That's a blackface, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, drama movie Oppenheimer. Sorry about getting off track, just let you know. I did not even think about that.
Oh well, you can just make it up now that Oppenheimer is.
Yeah, so Tropic Thunder's number 1. The Grown Ups movies are number 2. Number 3, Talladega Nights.
Oh, great movie. You're gonna love what I say. Then. You're gonna love what I say.
Talladega Nights is number 3.
Anything
Number 4. I'm just trying to
Proud
think.
to think, overpowering the pain.
I'm trying right now, man. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
My favorite, you should know my favorite comedy movie, but you can't help it. So my favorite comedy movie, hands down, Step Brothers. I can relate almost every word.
Just had a bubble of snot.
I can relate almost every word for word line in Step Brothers because I've watched it 10 times.
Dude,
10,000
I was thinking of that movie, but dude, obviously, Talladega Nights is so funny. I can't remember who his name was who was on the Green Mile, dude, but he was so kind of hilarious. You are not paralyzed. You are seeing. You are.
Another great movie with Will Ferrell, and if you guys haven't seen Get Hard, also has Kevin James. It's about Will Ferrell. He goes to prison, and Kevin James
Yep.
is a fake prisoner, and he tries to get him in. Basically, Will Ferrell's going to prison for tax fraud or for fraud of money fraud.
Oh, I heard about it.
And
I heard about it. I haven't watched it, but I hear it's fucking
yeah, Kevin
awesome.
James tries to get him ready for prison as a fake, or like he's posed as a fake Indian.
Or Kevin Hart, you meant.
Yes, I meant Kevin Hart. And basically, he's like, "This is what you got to do to live life." And Will Ferrell does not know what to do.
Yeah,
It's hilarious.
oh, dude, This Is the End is another one of my favorite movies.
Oh, Seth Rogen, I love Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, freaking Jay or whatever his last name is. They all use their real names, by the way. And then Craig Robinson, who is also in Pineapple Express, another favorite comedy movie.
You
of
ever seen
mine.
the movie Neighbors?
Yeah. I know. There's also I can't remember his name. I can't remember the guy's name off the back of my head, but he was the one who kept screwing them over. And he was on This Is the End. He was one of the guys who cannibalized James Franco.
It's the Black Up.
No, it wasn't Craig Robinson. Stop. I can't remember. He was on another favorite comedy, Land of the Lost, with Will Ferrell.
Oh, that's a good movie too.
All right.
But yeah, that's all my favorites.
I'm finally cooled down from that.
Yeah, I was like, screw it. I'm gonna keep going.
I'm already done with 5 seconds. All right, next is on to fantasy. For this one, just like pick your favorite franchise. Like for me, it's the Harry Potter movies and Lord of the Rings movies.
Harry Potter, I have all of them.
Me too.
Harry Potter, dude, really great story, dude. So, for the longest time, I didn't watch part 6 and 7. But when I watched the second part of the 7th part episode, and then I see the backstory with Snape, dude, that was so emotional right there, dude. Snape acts like he hated Harry, but in the end, dude, it turned out he was just only trying to protect him.
Yep.
Really?
So he was.
I haven't seen Harry Potter movies.
Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry, dude.
No, I've seen them a little bit, yeah. I already know
But, yeah.
or some. I already know like somebody died. Like, I know a bunch of movie spoilers.
Oh, she was one of the waitresses was looking at me to make sure I was okay. I was gonna say,
I'm gonna have to agree with Aegis over here. My favorite, I guess, fantasy franchise would have to be The Hobbit / Lord of the Rings. Both of them, I'm more of a Lord of the Rings fan. Been a fan since I was 5 years old, but the Hobbit franchise was also a great prequel extension. Like I said, not much of a Harry Potter fan because I've never got into it.
We're gonna change that.
Debatable. But yeah.
man, honestly, Lord of the Rings, I've watched all of them. I really couldn't relate to them or really have a connection with them.
That's what
But I have a ring that's like a Lord of the Rings ring, but instead of gold, it was black.
See, the one thing real quick before we go to another topic, people always like to say, oh, I'm Harry Potter over Lord of the Rings or vice versa. If they're two separate franchises, you cannot compare. One is 3 movies plus 3 prequel, and then one is, how many movies? 9? And they're both different.
Yeah,
books.
7 books, but there are 8 movies.
And they're both-
They split the 7th book into 2 movies.
And they're both completely different times. One's medieval, basically times earlier, and one is a whole spell world, completely different. Like you can like both, but I remember growing up, Harry Potter versus Lord of the Rings, a huge franchise debate.
Right.
Next category I wrote down was superhero movies. For me, it's between The Dark Knight and V for Vendetta.
I've watched that movie. I feel it's more of a drama action movie, honestly. Like
It is a DC comic movie.
oh, obviously DC's really good, but
Yeah.
if we're talking like superhero movies, like I love the Dark Knight trilogy, but it's a kind of a two-way tie between that and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy.
Fun fact, V for Vendetta is technically like a superhero movie. That's how it's categorized in IMDb. And I wanted to have that down here for at least one category because I love V for Vendetta. It's a great movie.
Dude, yeah, those masks, dude, it was obviously, you can tell that it was a Guy Fawkes tribute thing.
Yeah, it was.
Because he was like, remember the 9th, I think is one of the quotes he kept saying.
Remember, the 5th of November, the Gunpowder Cheeseman plot.
Yep, that's what I meant.
Yep.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with a few different ones. Number one, I'm gonna go Spider-Man in general, but to elaborate on that, The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. I think Andrew Garfield is an amazing actor, and he got discredited for his role in those films. They're very touching. And then number two, I'm gonna go Ant-Man because Paul Rudd. I love Ant-Man. He brought comedy to it. He brought drama to it. The storyline with his daughter, the grandpa or whoever was making the soups, and then three.
All right, the spice went away.
Three.
yeah, you're lucky. Mine's kind of starting to go away a bit. Like I said, I had to tell the waitresses this.
That's it for my superhero. I think I just like Ant-Man and
Let me,
Superman on top of my head.
I don't know if you have this topic written down, dude, but prison movies.
Oh, Shawshank Redemption, of course.
Which we already said was our.
It is, dude, but I would say for me, and we're gonna do a movie review of this, Escape from Alcatraz.
Yeah. And then the last category. Oh, I got two more questions I'll add on after this one.
Yeah.
What do you think is like one of the most criminally underrated movies of all time? For me, I have Lucky Number 11 and In the Mouth of Madness, which is a John Carpenter film. I gotta show it to you sometime. It's very abstract, very interesting. It's a very bizarre film, and I love it.
God, I'm trying to think of the movie that you showed me. It has like a 5.8 or 6 on IMDb. I'm like, there's no way. Oh, I gotta go.
What was it about?
No, I'll tell you.
Okay.
What was the category again? I just lost my
Most
track.
criminally underrated movie in your opinion?
Oh, Jesus. Bronson.
Bronson?
Dude, the story, like, have you ever watched Bronson? Tom Hardy, dude. I think that
Oh, I
was,
love Tom Hardy.
I think that was, in my opinion, his greatest role. It's about a guy named Charles Bronson, not the actor, but he was considered one of the most violent prisoners in the UK. He kept going from prison to prison because he kept getting the flights until he ended up in a cuckoo house.
Oh, they have that on the Roku channel. I can watch that tonight.
Yeah, and for obvious reasons, apparently the C word, which I'm not going to say here.
Cigarette.
No.
The word for it as a UKan?
C-U.
Yeah, if you're UK, you say this word.
Yeah, but I cannot think of a movie that says it more than that movie.
Not UK, Australian. I'm stupid.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm thinking of a word. I'm gonna go this in a Violent Night.
Oh, that is the best Christmas movie in my opinion.
Violent
Probably.
Night is so criminally
David Harbour.
underrated. The acting by that, the storyline of it, the comedy in it.
That would
all
be
of
me
it-
if I was Santa.
All of it, I highly recommend you guys watch as your Christmas movie. He just showed me, and oh my gosh, like if you really want to sit down and have a good time, put on Violent Night, and it will not disappoint you. It was a great movie. The opening scene.
He was just
Have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
Oh, no,
But
you
he
gotta
kept
watch it with
he kept telling me about it, and he was like, "Well, if that ends up being the case, I might have to take some THC gummies."
Yes,
before
yes. Watch it hot. It's hilarious.
Okay, so what would you consider like one of your most favorite violent movies?
the Terrifier movies.
The Hateful Eight for me.
We gotta show you the Terrifier movies. They are hard to watch. They're
Yeah,
so just damn
I would
gory.
go Terrifier.
Terrifier.
You know me, I love my
Hardcore
Quentin
Henry.
Tarantino, so.
What are violent movies that aren't horror movies?
I gotta show you Hardcore Henry sometime. It's very cool. Is that one that was shot with GoPro?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I got you. I know what you're talking about. I'm just finally getting it out of my mouth right now, folks.
Favorite animated movie? For me, I would have to go with the Simpsons movie. I know just some je ne sais quoi of that movie. I just absolutely love that movie.
Dude, Beavis and Butthead to America.
That one's also up there for me.
Yep, because it was a Beavis and Butthead at the pinnacle. That was, I think, them at the pinnacle. And then when you get Robert Stack, who was on Airplane, playing as the head CIA guy.
Yeah,
it was,
and
he
Bruce Willis was in it too. Did you know that?
Yeah, but he was the only guy who got laid, by the way.
I don't have a favorite animated movie. I really don't. The only one for me to finish my wing. And guess what? I'm not finishing this. Call me what you want.
Oh, I can't find my fork, so. Oh, then. Well, folks, before we sign off, give me a moment. I'm trying to do it Australian.
Oh gosh, dude, that's small.
Oh man.
I'm gonna have to do this every time with you guys. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm gonna until I eat a full wing. That'll be my full challenge.
I'm gonna go straight to the hospital to get my stomach pumped. Be sure to also subscribe to the Roger Radio Show. It's a podcast, music podcast that I do with Aegis, and we're gonna get him on here.
Yep, anyway, that was Beer and Wings. We'll get back to you soon. This has been the Interrobang Group. I'm Aegis Don Levity.
I'm Roger Radio.
And I'm G Money.
And y'all have a good day.
And
Peace.
and until next time, ta-ta for now.